It's been a year since Persona 5 came out in the United States, and in that time, it became a massive success, touching the hearts of people, selling over 2 million copies, and taking Best RPG at the Game Awards. For a niche series like Persona, it's crazy to think it got this far. People love these games for many different reasons, but one of my favorite aspects of it is always the music, which Persona 5 didn't hold back on. Each game has memorable tracks, and Persona 5 is rocking an OST of over 100 songs. Soji Meguro returns as the main composer, and did his job exceptionally, as always. Today, I want to admire Persona 5 and its soundtrack for that, so this is a very music-heavy video that will feature spoilers. If you haven't played the game, I recommend doing so, then coming back. Trust me, it's worth it. We aren't going to go too in-depth on why these songs are so damn awesome. We're mostly just going to be shooting the gun as I force you to listen to Persona music for the next few minutes, so glad we got that out of the way. The main menu of each Persona game has evolved over the years. We've gone from a logo to a nice background to butterflies flying over the city of Tokyo, a view of the full moon, and the most impressive so far, silhouettes of characters in high school. With Persona 5, the silhouettes are used in a subway, but have a more darker tone. The screen is very mute, suggesting these characters work in the shadows, but will provoke change, just like a phantom. Before you partake in this game, you have to sign a contract. Right off the bat, we see our hero inside a casino showing off that he's the real deal, a phantom thief. The theme that plays during this section describes who exactly the phantom thieves are, and because of their actions, for the sake of the world, life will change.
It's not a game, I'm not a robot, and I challenge you. I'm not a phantom, I'm in your face and I'm here to see you through. Right before your eyes, what just multiply? Got the flame right, it's time. So you know that we out there, swatting lines in the making. Can't move fast without breaking. Can't hold on our life for change.
Now this is how you start a video game. Afterwards, it transitions to school life, and you have to wait a bit before you see that side of the game again, but when you do, you are introduced to personas, the main mechanic of the game. Now someone gaining a persona for the team is always a turning point for them, to let go and break free of the chains that bind them. They fight back and raise all hell. You can pick your favorite, which is difficult since they are really cool in their own way. This is their awakening, and now with enough willpower, they will bring these rotten adults to justice. The main battle theme. It starts off like a Mexican standoff. One step that either side takes can either mean victory or defeat. It's a sort of dialogue between factions, but whoever gets the upper hand gets the chance to show off in the most stylish way possible. For this is their last surprise.
Think again, don't you know what you're starting? You sure we got that clue? How bad this we go? Don't you know? No more art, and And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. You'll never see it coming. You see that my mind is the best for eyes. You're done there, but the time it teach you, you're not surprised. I'm coming for you. My game's always the best of mine. You're spanning, but the net you didn't catch it in time.
Once you've sent the calling card and invade the palace the next day, this instrumental version of Life Will Change kicks in. This mix is so exciting because it gives you the feeling that it's Christmas morning and you're running down the stairs to open the presents. Or, in the case of the Phantom Thieves, taking the treasure. The Phantom Thieves will take the treasure and change the heart of the scummy adults in power. After all the pain and turmoil of going through this labyrinth of a palace, you've made it to the treasure. But only one more obstacle stands in your way. The palace ruler. Now after what he's been putting your friends through, you let him know that he's gonna pay. Taking that into consideration, he overwhelms the Phantom Thieves with this rockin' track. But just let him have his fun. This blooming villain is about to have the tables turned against him. There's no such place as home. At least, that's what Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz would say. Rens Home is an attic of a coffee shop. When you first arrive in Yoganjaya, Ren feels very alien and lost. But as time passes, he gets used to how things work around here. He's finally settled in and made the cafe his home, where the world will not see what's beneath the mask.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, confessing twilight on and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark.
There is so much to do in the bright and energetic city of Tokyo in daylight. You can make it any type of day depending on how you feel. Go around town and people watch, hang with friends, go to the arcade, or if you have a sweet tooth, eat some layered cake in an alleyway, or encounter a butterfly's kiss at a clinic. thief is hard work. You have to invade palaces, check the fan site for new requests, battle shadows, dive deeper into mementos. It can get so taxing on someone to do it in one go. But all you need to do is just chill out. There's just times where you need to sit back, relax, and have a short rest. When it comes to palaces, only 3 of the themes for me really stick out: Futaba's, Sae's, and Shito's. Futaba's palace is in the middle of a desert. At first glance, this would have been tough as the thieves had to traverse a hot desert just to arrive. Yeesh, imagine being outside with all those black clothes. But once you get inside, the pyramid feels calming, but empty, secluded, and cold. Maybe it was warmer when Mother was there. No one would expect this coming from Sae Nijima, but as a woman in a male-dominated society, this is her position she had to work for and hopefully get lucky in. In this test of luck, the thieves have no choice but to play her game, fair and square. Just roll the dice and trust in the winds of fate.
Away from her chin and has tell me that sexy. Gonna say what she's got in store for her man. So we know the dice, see what they may fall. Come on, why don't we spin the wheel? See who it may call. Give in to temptation.
And finally, as we get to the main reason we are in this mess, Masayoshi Shishito, a politician who uses others to rise in power and leaves everything else in ruins. His palace is a boat of the Diet building, cruising on the sunken skyscrapers of Tokyo. The cruise of pride led by a selfish man who will be the future prime minister. This is Masayoshi Shishito's arc. The battle against the Phantom Thieves and Masayoshi Shishito. The fight that will determine the future of this country. At first, Shishito underestimates the thieves and sees them as kids he can crush under his feet. But after all that they've been through, he's gonna wish he hadn't. As he sees the past coming back to bite him in such an ironic way. The Phantoms aren't gonna stop until he has a change of heart. The Phantom Thieves, all united as a last beacon of hope, will create rivers in the desert. Shishito has been defeated, but here in the depths of Mementos, it doesn't sound like that at all. If anything, no one cares, as they stand there living in a prison. Is this what humanity calls freedom and peace? And this is the overwhelming theme of the big bad man himself, Yaldabaoth, or Demiurge. Many people have complained that this theme isn't as epic or climatic as previous games, but I completely disagree, and rocked out when I fought against the sins of humanity and Yaldabaoth. False god comes face to face with the Demon King, the deity who granted freedom to humanity and gave them a choice. He descends from the sky with a sinful shell loaded in his revolver. The Phantom Thieves will take the world, and this is our beginning. And after all that excitement, the Phantom Thieves are free to do whatever they like. And you saw it through to the end. It's disheartening to say goodbye to the characters you spent so much time with. They came out victorious and aren't stopping there. They have an entire world to see and change for themselves. To us players, they will be with the stars and us.
居場所をなくして さまよってたミラーに映る昨日の街並み絡みつく過去のかけら繋いでみてもどれだけすぐっても指の間からこぼれる砂よそれでも目に見えてるものだけが全てじゃない It's my heart 探そう心で明日をここから
Well, that is the end of Persona 5. It was an experience I needed around that time and encouraged me emotionally. It took me back to my youth where I'd play Atlas RPGs and be amazed by them and hold them near and dear to my heart. I'd be there exploring dungeons, shaping worlds, talking with teammates, negotiating with demons, studying for the exams, and listening to Soji Maguro's music. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Persona 5 is gonna have its spin-offs, its animes, its fighting games, you know the rest, until Persona 6 is eventually announced, and that blows everyone else out of the water. Or you could try the other games in the SMT franchise. Either way, the original experience will stick in my head as I wake up, and get out there.